Viewers, in Bareilly, a major controversy has emerged over namaz gatherings at a private house. Police say an empty house in Bishratganj area was allegedly converted into a temporary madrasa and congregational prayers were being held there for several Fridays. Local villagers raised objection, prompting police to intervene. A team from Bishratganj police raided the house and took 12 people into custody for breach of peace after they failed to show written permission for this gathering. 3 others managed to escape and the police are currently searching for them. Authorities have clarified that any religious or congregational activity in a specific location requires prior permission from administration. Police also stated that strict action will be taken against anyone who starts new events or traditions without proper authorization. Listen in.
There were 12 people who were challaned under relevant sections of BNSS, which is 126 and 135 BNSS, and they were presented before the magistrate. There were no arrests made in the matter, and there has been no FIR lodged in this matter. According to our inquiry, this was a new practice, and they were trying to convert that place into a religious place of worship without permission. Hence, consequent action was taken by us.
Because is there any rule that says police permission is needed to hold Friday prayers at your home? The answer is no. There are 2 sides of the story, however. People who were issued challan claim that there's no mosque or temple in the village, and that's the reason why they use a house to offer namaz every Friday. They also say that this is not a new tradition, a claim that has been denied by the UP police. On the other hand, the people who raised objections claim that there's been the construction of a madrasa in that location.
ये मामला ये है, मतलब एक अज्ञात आगे वाला ईंट लेकर आया तो उसने बताया कि मदरसे का निर्माण हो रहा है। ये ईंट लेकर वो आया जब तो गांव में एकदम से अचानक खलबली मच गई कि मदरसा का निर्माण होना नहीं था।
क्यों नहीं होना निर्माण? ये
लिखित थी हमारे पास 1995 की, नहीं मदरसा बनेगा यहाँ पर।
क्या लिखा हुआ है इसमें?
उसमें ये लिखा नहीं नमाज पढ़ सकते, नहीं मतलब मदरसा बना सकते। ये लिखित है हमारे पास।
तो क्या मंदिर है यहाँ पे?
मंदिर भी नहीं है।
मंदिर भी नहीं है।
उस तांगे वाले ने बताया कि मदरसे की ईंटें आई है, तो सब लोगों को मतलब गाँव में पता चला तो अचानक से 112 को फोन करा सब लोगों ने। फिर तुरंत पुलिस आई, तारीख खां को उठा के ले गई यहाँ से। जब फिर उसको उठाने के बाद फिर उन्होंने कहा मैं अपना मकान बना रहा हूँ। उसके बावजूद भी इनने एक मकान में नमाज पढ़ी। मकान में नमाज पढ़ते हुए फिर सब लोगों ने फिर कॉल की थाने के लिए, पुलिस आई उठा के ले गई इनको।
जी हम नमाज तो 30 सालों से लगातार पढ़ रहे हैं, 1995 से जी। आज तक कोई किसी ने ऑब्जेक्शन ही नहीं उठाया और हम लगातार नमाज ईद की, बकरीद, जुमा हर तरह की नमाज पढ़ते थे। हमारे गाँव में मंदिर और मस्जिद नहीं है। अच्छा। तो हम खाली घर में ही नमाज पढ़ते हैं। जैसे जुमा के दिन अपना खाली कर दिया और उसमें नमाज पढ़ लेते हैं और उसके बाद खत्म। और ईद की, रमजान की नमाज भी इसी तरह से ही पढ़ी जाती है।
अच्छा, उस दिन आप लोग नमाज पढ़े थे, फिर क्या हुआ?
तो मतलब पुलिस आ गई, पुलिस ने हमें अरेस्ट करा, हिरासत में लेके थाने ले गई। थाने ले जाके वहाँ से हमारा चालान कर दिया।
तो कितने घंटे बाद छूटे फिर आप लोग?
करीब 5-6 घंटे लग गए होंगे।
The action by cops triggered sharp criticism from opposition leaders who say that this action raises serious questions about religious freedom. Meanwhile, AIMIM has called the move a blatant violation of constitutional rights, warning that such actions threaten the very freedoms guaranteed by law. Listen in.
तो क्या मुसलमान नमाज भी ना पढ़े क्या? रास्ते पे तो नमाज नहीं पढ़ सकते, रास्ते पे मुसलमान नमाज पढ़ता है। लात मारते हो आप, पढ़ने की इजाजत नहीं है। उसके बाद अगर एक प्राइवेट प्रॉपर्टी घर के अंदर नमाज पढ़ रहा है, वहां भी अलाउड नहीं है। तो ये तो सरासर संवैधानिक जो हमारे को अधिकार मिला उसका उल्लंघन है। तो इस तरह से देश चलेगा तो डेमोक्रेसी का कत्ल हो रहा है, संविधान का कत्ल हो रहा है, सेक्युलरिज्म का कत्ल हो रहा है। हर इंसान को अपना अपना रिलीजन प्रैक्टिस करने का अधिकार है। जिस तरह हमारे हिंदू भाई अपने घरों के अंदर प्रार्थना करते हैं, पूजा करते हैं, इसी तरह हमको भी अधिकार है कि हमारे घरों के अंदर नमाज पढ़े। लेकिन इतनी नफरत जो बीजेपी ने फैला दी है ना, उसका नतीजा देखने को मिल रहा है।
We earlier thought they were only opposed to minorities. Under what section of which law can you arrest or can you book someone for offering namaz?
देखिए, घर के अंदर व्यक्तिगत या परिवार की नमाज होने की परंपरा है, लेकिन सामूहिक नमाज होने की जगह मस्जिद ही है। और मुझे लगता है कि जो इस प्रक्रिया का पालन नहीं कर रहे हैं वो विधि सम्मत नहीं है, और विधि सम्मत जो भी कार्रवाई नहीं है उसके खिलाफ कार्रवाई होगी।
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
across to our guest now. Joining us, Anila Singh, spokesperson of BJP, is with us. We have Rohit Agarwal, who's spokesperson of RLD. Dr. Adityanath, author, is with us. Tehseen Poonawalla, political analyst, joins us on the show. We also have Dr. Pooja Mishra, national spokesperson of Samajwadi Party. Advocate Ahmed Ayaz, political analyst, is also with us. Let me start with you. First and foremost, Anila Singh, if there is a peaceful prayer taking place in a private property, why should the police be detaining those individuals? That's the fundamental question that arises out of this entire debate. Your response, Anila Singh.
My Ram Ram to all. And, this issue is not political. This issue is not at all connected with any religious point of view. It is simply a law and order situation. And the action was taken by the police when the local residents of that village, they had gone and they had complained. And everything, like the detention and everything, is according to the law. Nothing unlawful has been done. So if somebody is doing something illegal and people living surrounding to that place, if they have got the problem, then definitely it is the work of the police administration.
Anila Singh, may I ask you a simple question? Tomorrow in a Muslim area, if a Hindu family wants to conduct a bhajan sandhya, they want to organize a havan and they want to call 20 people to their house, will a similar situation attract detention of those individuals also? Because ultimately freedom of religion is there for all citizens. If they are not disturbing anyone outside that house, how is it a violation? If they've broken law and order, if they've been violent, I can understand. But that's not happened in this case.
See, law and order cannot be selective. Faith cannot be a shield of illegality. All right. And
how is it illegal?
You are saying that, let me complete, please, Mother. And you have just quoted an example. If some Hindu family conducts bhajan puja on the road or in somebody's house, is it illegal? If somebody goes and say that this is a vacant property and Hindus are collecting there, they have not taken any permission and religious activity is going on and we have got problem, then definitely action will be taken. Why this victim card is being played by one particular
You need to take permission. You need to take permission for conducting a private prayer in your own house. Since when has that happened, ma'am?
No, this namaz was conducted in a vacant house.
Yeah, and the owner of the house was there.
Sorry?
The owner of that house was also one of the 12 people detained. So what is the issue? I'm not able to understand what is the violation of law here.
Violation of law is that is a residential property, not a masjid. If a whole lot of people, they are going to gather there and do the religious activities, and the local
private property, anybody can conduct whatever worship they want. What business does the police have going there?
Section 188.
How
Section 188 of IPC, disobedience to order duly promulgated by public servant. Religious gathering held without permission.
How is it a violation of public servant? How are they disrupting a public servant's actions? I'm not able to understand this, ma'am. Please explain it to us.
Can you repeat your question, please?
How is it violating or obstructing a public servant if they have not gone outside the house and are praying inside?
No, but the local residents, they had problem. They had problem and they have got all the rights to go to the police station and file the complaint.
Ma'am, I'm only saying by this logic, if the reverse is also true, then tomorrow you will have a situation where Hindus who are worshipping at their home, Muslims will complain and then they will also be detained. What is this? What are we talking about? How is this a solution? All right, let me bring in others. Tehseen Poonawalla, there's a history. And let's look at the context. What the police will say is that from the I Love Muhammad posters to the recent events where, there was a birthday party that was disrupted in Bareilly, there's a history of what has happened in Bareilly. So they want to prevent it from escalating into a law and order situation once the complaint was received. Respond to that.
First of all, I'm sure the viewers of Times Now and every single Indian wants to know, how is this a violation of Section 188? What public authority gave an order that was disobeyed? Now, as you rightly said, in my residence or Dr. Anand's residence or somebody decides to have a havan, somebody decides to have do namaz, or somebody decides to have a dinner. How is it that the police can come in and detain as long as the owner of the property is there and it's consensual and they're not disturbing somebody else? So who was disturbed? And Anila Singh Ji, with respect, I have a lot of havans in my house and we have guests. So can the police just walk into my house and arrest my whole family and say, come to the police station, and we have to now explain what is going on in our nation. This is no justification. The police was wrong. You should suspend the SHO. Number
let
two.
me correct you. There was no arrest. It was a detention. There was not an arrest. Let's be factually correct here.
That's why it's a detention. Now, number two, can we now, because there's been a history, if there's a complaint, the SHO is duty bound to go there. As long as the owner of the property says, look, we've gathered together, Friday prayers or whatever, we're praying together, and this is how it is, my property, the SHO has to leave. How can the SHO detain people and take them to the police station?
Okay, and this is exactly what Varis Pathan of the MIM is also saying. Dr. Nathan, you can comment on it. I just want to quote what he said. I don't know if you heard him earlier. He says, has being a Muslim become a crime in this country? In Bareilly, 12 Muslims were offering prayers in a private house. Someone made a video, gave it to the police. The police came and arrested anyone. Perhaps he's factually wrong when he uses the word arrest instead of detained. But the principle, Article 25 is there in the Constitution. If someone is practicing their religion within the confines of their home, how is it a violation of the law?
Good evening, Madhav, and good evening to my fellow panelists. I will absolutely, strictly stick to only facts and the law. Number one, per se, what Tehseen says is right, that anybody's home can be used for a private congregation, for a religious practice. Absolutely. And what you say is also right. If it's happened today to the Muslims, it might happen tomorrow to Christians or to Hindus or to Sikhs. That's a private property. And a man has a constitutional right to express his wishes according to his religion in this country. But then there is a nuance to it. Number one, I'm not even going to the facts of what Times Now has reported as to what was happening there in that particular village. I'm not going towards that. I'm talking about law. Did Tehseen, for example, know that private home churches and home mosques are banned in Chhattisgarh and in Madhya Pradesh? Because there have been more than dozens of instances, I think the count is 200, where private congregations, so-called home churches, were used for conversion purposes. So there is a nuance out there. Strictly according to law, there are instances right now in Chhattisgarh and in Madhya Pradesh where people cannot convene or congregate inside a private home and conduct religious ceremony. So it's a fact. So please add that to what the list is. Secondly, and this is, I don't know where this whole lobby that comes suddenly springs to mind. Millions of namazes are offered by millions of Muslims in India. You pick up one instance and say, hi, chhati peetna shuru kar diya, fascist Rashtra aa gaya, Hindu Rashtra. Arey bhai, this is the same fascist Hindu Rashtra where Hindus are not being allowed to light a simple lamp in front of their temple. Going back thousands of years, a tradition that's been violated. And when the High Court says not once, but twice, but thrice, light the lamp, what does the state government do? The state government tries to impeach the judge. This is how secularism is killed in this country. Not because some Muslims are being denied how to offer a namaz.
Of course, and we have done that. But Dr. Raghunathan, the simple point is in Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh. Just one second. I want to ask you, just a second. Dr. Raghunathan, you're perhaps right. I'm not aware of this law. But if there is such a legal provision, then certainly the government can take action. But in the case of Uttar Pradesh, to the best of my knowledge, there doesn't exist any law.
So that is what I meant. If the law was followed out here, was there precedence there in Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh? If it wasn't, then what the police did is wrong.
Okay. Dr. Pooja Mishra, there's a very real fear. There's a really real fear, and there are states which have, laws against residential premises being used as places of worship, such as Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh, and therefore, it is the police, going ahead and taking action is not something that is without facts or circumstances that citizens of this country don't know about. Respond to him. Pooja Mishra.
But we are talking about Uttar Pradesh, and in Uttar Pradesh such law doesn't exist. Everyone has right to congregate, have puja, have bhajan. Even in my home, my mother practices every Saturday. More than 50 women gather together. They do the puja, they do the bhajan. So anyone will complain, the police will come to detain. That you are making your private home, your own property, as a place of worship. I think the police doesn't have a right to detain. The detention was done because they were from Muslim community. If these people were not from Muslim community, the police wouldn't have bothered to go there also. They would have just, if Hindu people were doing pujas and congregation, the Uttar Pradesh police will have detained the person who would complain like they are doing pujas. So we are complaining, they are gathering there. Uttar Pradesh doesn't have such kind of law. It's a BJP government. The Uttar Pradesh police is indulged into pleasing the government. Whatever government will get happy with it. Our chief minister will get happy when Muslims are targeted, and police will do it. That's why the CEO of Sambal, the FIR has launched against him. Because he was not busy doing his job. Rather, he was busy in praising the government, the chief minister of Uttar Pradesh. I don't understand. Just doing prayer. How can that create chaos? The chaos is created when people are threatened. And here police are threatening a religion, targeting a religion. That's the chaos. That's the
Okay, Dr. Adityanath and then Tehseen. We have two other panelists who have not yet spoken, so please be brief. Dr. Adityanath.
Ruling. Please ask Tehseen.
If you are going for the Madras ruling, you should talk about the constitution also. Uttar Pradesh doesn't have any such.
Madras is in India, is it not? Is Madras High Court in India or not?
Uttar Pradesh is also part of India only.
Then you said if Hindus had been...
You're not talking about Pakistan or something, some other country. You're talking about Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh is also part of... Uttar Pradesh is also part of India. And Muslims are also Indian.
Okay, Pooja Mishra, Dr. Adityanath wants to reply to you. I'm going to give him the floor. Dr. Adityanath.
Thank you. No, look, I myself said if the police acted not according to the law which was prevalent in UP, perhaps not the same law as in Chhattisgarh or in Madhya Pradesh, the police did wrong. Did you not hear me, Madhav? Tehseen also agreed with me. Number two, when this lady was saying that had Hindus done this and the police come in, all hell would never have happened. I'm giving her an instance where the Madras High Court had said, and please check it. I might be wrong, but Tehseen is not wrong. Please check. The Madras High Court had said that residential houses cannot be converted into prayer halls to conduct regular meetings without proper permission from authorities. Justice Anand Venkatesh emphasized.
Yeah, so and this is what... Yes, and this is what the Tehseen respond to that, because this is what the CEO is also saying. You heard the additional superintendent of police, if I'm not mistaken, Anshika Verma is her name. She is also saying, referring to the same thing, that permission has to be taken when there is a mass congregation, when it's a place of worship. Respond.
No, so one thing. Dr. Adityanath is slightly wrong on the issue of Chhattisgarh, because yes, there is an informal ban. So the police is not on record banning it. They have called these pastors that don't have these prayer meetings, but it's not an official ban because they know if it's challenged, it will be struck down. The question, Dr. Anand, the question that we're discussing is Uttar Pradesh and Bareilly, where no such law exists. Now the police or the additional SP or SP cannot make up a law. If 12 people decide to have a namaz together or pray together, Dr. Adityanath and I decide to have a idli and a batura party together, the police cannot come in and say, why do you have to take permission? It is not the job of the police. If somebody calls up and wants to complain, the police's job is then to protect my property, considering the owner of the property was there. There is no question of argument here. Here were a bunch of people who got together, recited the namaz or some prayers and went back. That is the only fact. What happened in Madras High Court or Chhattisgarh is irrelevant.
Let me bring in Rohit Agarwal and Ahmed Ayaz also, please. Rohit Agarwal, I have a simple question. Now, we are looking at invoking of section 170, 126 and 135 in this particular case. Section 170 refers to bribery. Section 126 refers to wrongful restraint. Section 135 is assault or criminal force. How does bribery or assault even figure in such an FIR?
See, Madhav, first of all, there is a glitch in that. The problem is this was not a house. This was an empty, vacant structure where on regular basis some activities were performed, which was formed localized to the police. There is some illegal activities is being regularly being watched, that something is happening inside that. Maybe it is trying to convert it to the madrasa or trying to convert it to a mosque. So for prevention of law, police has detained the people and court has immediately left them. All the 12 persons are being released by the court. So there is a court, and if somebody is giving an allegation against you, there is a vacant structure, and regularly basis it has been seen that some set of people are coming there, and what are they doing inside? This was not clear, as it was completely a vacant structure. It was somebody's house. Like what we're saying is, it was a house. They can offer a namaz. Definitely, they can offer a namaz if it was a house. But if it is a vacant structure and you are trying to convert it to some of the religious.
But Rohit Agarwal, what is the proof?
Activity?
What is the proof that they were trying to convert it? Number one, and number two, if the police had to inquire, they could have gone to that spot, inquired, and left. Have they found any proof that it was being converted into a place of worship?
Police did not do any inquiry.
They have detained the people. They have detained the people under Section 151. They have just inquired about it.
So what is the proof they found?
Released all the 12 people.
What is the proof they found?
It is easy to believe. Sir?
What is the proof they found? 1 second. What is the proof they found? Have they got proof that this was being converted into a place of worship?
The proof is there. The proof is very well there.
What is it?
That they were trying to something which was not legal. This was a vacant structure. It was not a house. Don't confuse by saying that
if they have proof that they are guilty, why were they let off then, Rohit?
Madhav, there is
court has let off them. Because
no, the bail was granted by the cops themselves.
There is a certain set of...
Sir, they were not arrested in the first place, so there's no question of the court coming in. They were granted, they were let off by the cops themselves.
There is a prior court ruling.
कानून में व्यवस्था है ना, उसका काम है करना का व्यवस्था है ना. ये तो कानून में व्यवस्था है कि अगर कोर्ट उसको प्रॉपर नहीं उसको देखेगी तो कोर्ट उसको रिलीज कर सकती है.
Okay, many hands going up. Many hands going up. Pooja Mishra.
5 seconds. 5 seconds.
Coming to you, Dr. 1 minute coming to you. I just want Pooja to come in. You can respond to her. Pooja Mishra.
When he is saying that it was a private property, an empty house, a person, I have a house, and I want that house to be used for bhajan, and I have the right to do it, and I have the right to do it. There is no such law in Uttar Pradesh where you can't have puja prayers at your own house. And when you're saying that it was an empty structure that was trying to be converted into a place of worship, then police that says that when you are talking about the section 151, what is 151? 151, the kiosk was created by the people who were threatening them. Rather, the people in their own homes were offering prayers.
Today you are saying that only Muslims are being targeted. All facts are there.
Of course, only Muslims are targeted. Just because they are Muslim, they are offering prayers. There is not a single mosque in that village. There is not a single mosque in that village. Where do you want them to say prayers? Where do you want them to do namaz?
Okay, one by one, please. One by one.
Where do you want them to do namaz?
Okay, one by one. Dr. Nathan, quickly, and then I go across to everybody else. Dr. Nathan.
Yes, as I have already said, and I repeat it for the sake of people who do not understand simple comprehension, that I have said it is wrong if the UP police acted out of its bound of what the UP state law says. But the fact is, all these people, their arguments fall like a pack of cards because of Madras High Court 2025 ruling that denies Hindus a similar right. And the Madras High Court ruling said, now Tehseen is looking very flummoxed because he knows his pack of cards has fallen. The Madras High Court said, I am going by previous precedents. 2021 ruling, 2024 ruling, where Christians were denied. So when he's saying that this was an informal order in Chhattisgarh, it was a formal order in Tamil Nadu. Tehseen, will you please apologize? There is prior evidence of no religious community.
Anand, you know I have a lot of respect for you. Anand, one second, you know I have a lot of respect. May 10 seconds, bro.
You are in the studio, please, Tehseen, please.
But give me 10 seconds.
Yeah, no religious community, according to the Madras High Court, is allowed to have a private religious gathering in their home. This is a Madras High Court ruling for Hindus, for Christians as well. Now,
okay,
will you please apologize?
But that is also quite problematic if that is indeed the case. But yes, Tehseen.
Anand, the way this works, it's a federal country. Madras High Court, or in case of Chhattisgarh informal order does not apply to what happens in Uttar Pradesh. It doesn't work like that.
No.
One second. Please allow me. Please allow me.
It is the constitutional court.
Yes.
Judgments of all constitutional courts, whether High Court or Supreme Court, are very much case law for the entire country. Let's not say that what happens in Madras High Court does not apply to UP.
The Madras High Court. Come on, Anand. This is so unfair. I gave you your time. Please allow me to explain. The Madras High Court. Anand, please. The Madras High Court order in that particular case is in a different context. It does not apply to the state of UP Anand, please. Where 12 people are in a house gathering. Anand, don't be a troll, Anand. Let's finish it. Where 12 people are gathering to say prayers. If that is the case, Anand, then nobody in Uttar Pradesh, Hindus, Muslims, Christians, can gather in a house to say prayers. This is completely different. If you agree with this Madras High Court ruling, then why are these people not arrested? Why were they called and got off? That is the question.
Okay.
Can I respond?
Yeah, okay. Adnan Singh, just coming to you 1 minute. Let Dr. Nathan respond, then I go across to Abhidayas. I'm coming to you in just a minute. Dr. Nathan.
This is why I love the law. For the fourth time, I'm saying the UP police should be hauled up if they did something wrong, did not follow the law. Yes. Tehseen agreed to be the first time. The problem with Tehseen right now is that I've quoted the court precedents. And the court precedent went against Hindus. And then they were absolutely silent. Why were you silent then? When Hindus were not allowed to do the same thing? Why didn't you protest? Why were you silent?
Now, I think it's problematic. Let's challenge it to the Supreme Court. I do think it's problematic.
Okay. There is one simple question, and there's one fact for which nobody has referred to. I would have thought the BJP would have actually referred to this point, but Ahmed Ayaz, 12 of these individuals who were detained, of them 3 are today absconding. If they are indeed innocent and they've not done absolutely nothing wrong, then why are they absconding, sir?
See, point Madhav is very clearly understood that there seems to be something wrong while Muslims offer namaz, an act which is constitutionally allowed, and any administration or the government is bound and supposed to uphold the constitution, right? So it's not an act which is illegal. Don't we see even if in houses, we hold parties, we drink as a party, and how many people even in the house pray or offer namaz, or for that purpose any other puja? Don't we do puja in houses? So I don't see why people look at that just because a Muslim is offering namaz and it becomes a problem. And unfortunate part being, even if there are some elements like that, and then the administration, police or whoever in convents, in any case there is a complaint, the people should have been told itself. It is not an illegal act. It is well allowed by the constitution. It is well allowed, and it's not something new happening. People are praying on Fridays. They pray in mosques. Well, as long as it does not harm anybody, it does not disturb people.
Adnan Singh, I'd like you to answer that question. There is a charge that has been made by the SP, by Ahmed Ayaz again, of targeting of Muslims. This is the charge that they are leveling. And we have seen certain incidents, vigilante groups in Bareilly, for instance, entering a birthday party, talking about who should be with whom, etc., on the basis of religion. We have also seen other instances that have taken place, the I Love Muhammad, the posters, so on and so forth. And even recently, as far as Dadri lynching case, an attempt to withdraw the cases against the accused, which the court then stopped. These and other instances are leading opposition to ask whether there is a deliberate attempt of targeting Muslims. This is repeatedly the charge that opposition makes in the context of the UP government. Respond to that, Adnan Singh.
See, I will like to state a fact here. You know, I was listening so many people targeting Uttar Pradesh government. So let me tell you one thing very clearly here. In Uttar Pradesh, the rule is very, very clear. No unauthorized religious gathering of any community at any place. The police action in Bareilly was preventive, not punitive. So why this question is there when the rule is very clear कि आपकी मर्जी होगी, आप पार्क में जाके नमाज अदा कर लेंगे, आप छत पे कर लेंगे, आप सड़क पे कर लेंगे, खाली घर में घुस के नमाज अदा कर लेंगे, आप वहां पर उसको मदरसा बना देंगे और आप कहेंगे कि वहां पे लोकल रेजिडेंट्स अगर शिकायत करते हैं तो पुलिस इज not going to take any action. And now you keep quiet. Halal Hindu, you keep quiet. Your political party.
No personal comments. Please, no personal comments. No, please. Let's not make personal comments. This is not correct. Let's not do this. And Pooja, let her make her point. She's got a turn after some time. You've also spoken a few times. Allow her to speak. No personal comments. I certainly will not allow any kind of language targeting or any personal comments against any individual. Please. Unless continue without making personal comments.
And Hindus are wrong. They are halal Hindus. Till tomorrow they were saying that Hindus are being bulldozed in the case of Manikarnika Ghat. Today she is sitting here and says, okay, because these people are Muslims and in Uttar Pradesh only Muslims are being targeted. So they are trying to make it a political issue, and it is not a political issue. And let me make myself very clear. In Uttar Pradesh, it is Yogi Ji's government, and he is not going to tolerate anything. He does the politics of prevention, not post-riot politics, which Samajwadi Party used to do earlier.
Ma'am, if it is within the ambit of law, then can you tell me why there is a bribery, assault or criminal force case that has been filed? Anla Singh, 170 bribery, 135 assault or criminal force, 126 wrongful restraint. And it's also a fact that the Bareilly police deleted a tweet that they posted on social media last night.
So, like when they were arrested, they were, they were paraded in front of magistrate, and magistrate saw the case, and then magistrate gave them bail.
They were detained.
So it is in between the magistrate and the people who got arrested.
No, it's not.
It was detention, ma'am. The police have clarified that it was detention, not arrest.
They didn't go to court.
It was a detention, then bail was given by the magistrate.
No, it was given from the police station. Thane se bail mila, ma'am. Yeah, okay. Tehseen, quick response.
There was no bail, it was detention and went back. But then subsequently, since these non-bailable charges, at least bail, restraining police officer, etc. filed, the question is either you're pregnant or not pregnant. Either you're trying to bribe, in which case they shouldn't have been let go, they should have been arrested, or they were not doing it. So what is the case? Can we know the case? Is Bareilly police lying then or lying now?
Okay.
That's all.
Can I? No, Bareilly police, Tehseen, you were saying that Bareilly police was lying.
So either they bribe, in which case they should be in jail. No. So either they bribe and they restrain the police from doing the duty, in which case they should be in jail. But that didn't happen.
All right. Let's leave it there. Ladies and gentlemen, this is, of course, an interesting debate. It's a story we're going to continue to follow here on Times Now. But for the moment, I'd like to thank all our panelists for joining us. Anla Singh, Rohit Agarwal, Dr. Anand Ragnathan, Tehseen Purawala, Dr. Pooja Mishra, Advocate Ahmed Ayaz. Thanks so much for joining us on debate number 1. All right, and there's a breaking